Do you have a fair credit and are looking for a bank personal line of credit? Then you want to listen to this conversation because I'm going to share with you the top 7 bank personal lines of credit for fair credit. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to share with you the top 7 bank personal lines of credit for fair credit. Okay, number 7, we have Regions Bank. Our score 8/10. And what we love with Regions is that you have flexibility. You can choose a small or large line of credit. Okay, and what we love also is that they have options. This is really good. You want to have options when you're looking for a line of credit, and Regions has that. So you have the Regions Savings Secured Line of Credit. So this is a revolving line of credit secured by a Regions Savings or money market account, but we're not here for that. We're here for the unsecured line of credit, okay? And that's, they call it the Regions Preferred Line of Credit. So this is a revolving line of credit that requires no collateral and has a variable interest rate. You can apply at a branch or by phone, and existing customers may apply online, and the limit here is $25,000. And then the third category is called the Regions Credit Line. So this is a revolving line of credit that requires no collateral and has a fixed interest rate. And here, this is you have a range that goes from $500 to $3,000. So what you really want to focus on, you want to focus on the Regions Preferred Line of Credit, okay? And what we love here is that you can access funds online, by phone, at a branch, or access checks. They will send you access checks. You have a monthly repayment of principal and interest, 5% of your outstanding balance, or $20, whichever is greater. And what we love the fact that they have an automatic payment option. So you are basically gaining peace of mind that your payments will be automatically debited from your checking accounts each month. You got to have a Regions checking account, though. This is important. And if your checking account is a Regions checking account, you may qualify for a rate discount. And I strongly encourage you to open a Regions checking account if your goal is to get a Regions Bank line of credit. Okay, there are some fees that you need to be aware of. So you have an annual fee of $25, over a limit fee of $29, a late fee of $29, okay, and a cash advance fee lesser of $10 or 10% of the advance. And when we talk about the APR goes from 5% to 20%. And so for the loan closing, you need to go to a branch. They have set it up in such a way that you need to visit a branch to have that. And so bottom line here is what? Fixed APR, no collateral required. You can borrow as much as you need up to your credit limit. This $25,000. Okay, very important to understand. And with Regions, we love the flexibility, the fact that they offer insights. You have a great customer service. Okay, and they also have what I call flexibility in terms of being there for you. Regions Bank, number 7, 8/10. Number 6, folks, we have BMO Harris. Our score 8.5/10. What we love with BMO Harris is that you basically have a personal line of credit that allows you to get access to extra money when you need it. But and most importantly, they have reasonable APRs. So their APR starts at 11.50%. This is really good. So you get the funds fast. So they will work with you to make your applications as simple as possible. So you have the money in days. You pay interest only on what you use, okay? And you borrow again and again. When you pay down your credit line, that money becomes available to borrow again. This is the principle of a line of credit, okay? So, and the cool thing is that if you go to BMO Harris on their website, or if you call their customer service or go to a branch, they will help you choose the line of credit option that is great for you. You can use the cash for a constellation of things: home improvements, emergency funds, debt consolidation for a wedding, educational expenses, managing cash flows, the whole 9 yards. It's all about what you want. This is your call, okay? You can call or visit a branch to apply. You can actually, so the number is 1-888-340-2265. Again, the number is 1-888-340-2265. And what we love here is that, so to apply for this line of credit, they want you to have a personal identification with current address. This is important. And they also want to, so basically they will ask you for your expenses. So be ready to actually talk about your expenses. Be also ready to talk about your income. It's very important. So if you have, so when you go to a branch or when you call them, make sure that you have your proof of income. So that will be your W-2s. In some cases, they will want to see the last 3 bank statements. This is if you don't have a BMO Harris account. They want to see your W-2s, your 1040s, your tax returns for the last 3 years. So that will be your 1040. They'll want to see your pay stubs. So everything that sort of substantiates your income, they want to see that. They'll also want to talk to you about your expenses. So your mortgage or rent, they want to see your grocery, like they just are trying to see your income versus your expenses and basically determine your DTI, your debt to income ratio. So this is really important. So I want you to have a clear idea of all those documents before you even contact BMO Harris, because they will ask for it. Okay. Number 6, BMO Harris, once again, 8.5 over 10. Number 5, folks, we have KeyBank. Our score, 9 over 10. So if you're looking for a bank personal line of credit with fair credit, KeyBank is a solid choice. And we love the fact that they call it the KeyBank preferred credit line. Okay, so you get quick credit to cover the unexpected. So you can open a line of credit to access when you need to. So you don't have to apply for a new loan each time. This is actually one of the advantages of a line of credit. And the interest rate on your line is typically lower than most credit cards, and it is easy to access funds in online or mobile banking. Okay, and so we're looking at payments. Payments are variable, principal plus interest. The line of credit amount goes from $2,000 to $25,000. And so you have flexible payment options. We love that. There is no annual fee and no collateral needed. So this is really good. So this is an unsecured line of credit. So again, it's called the KeyBank Preferred Credit Line. And what we love here is that you have competitive interest rates, no annual fee, no collateral required, and you can borrow up to your loan amount, repay and borrow again. This is really good. And you can use this for overdraft protection with your KeyBank checking accounts if you want that. You have flexible payment options, including automatic payments. And you have many ways to access your money: online banking transfers, unlimited check writing, branch teller transactions. And with KeyBank, they'll have beside the KeyBank Preferred Credit Line, they also have the Key Basic Credit Line. So this is a revolving unsecured credit line used for overdraft protection. So you can borrow up to your credit limits, repay, then borrow again as needed. Okay, and here the amounts are lower though. But so you have a loan amount that goes from $250 to $5,000, because when you really think about it, this is for overdraft protection only. Okay, and so you can avoid the $39 that they charge you anytime you have an overdraft, and those fees, believe me, they can add up real quick. So you really want to pay attention to that and not find yourself in a situation where you actually end up paying like hundreds of dollars in overdraft fees. Okay, and so this Key Basic Credit Line has no annual fee, no collateral needed. And you can, what we want to say here is that this can be used for overdraft protection with your KeyBank checking account. And you can access your loan statements, check your balance, and transfer funds with online banking. So the bottom line is, if you're interested with a KeyBank personal line of credit, you need to open an account. You don't have to, but it helps a lot. It helps tremendously if you are a current KeyBank customer. Number 4, folks, we have here Fifth Third Bank. Our score, 9 over 10. So when you think about Fifth Third Bank, I mean, we were just blown away when we saw the range of lines of credit that they offer. This is just, check this out. With Fifth Third Bank, you have a line amount that goes from $5,000 to $100,000. Yes, you heard it right. $100,000 and up to 10% of verified liquid assets. So they want you to have some cash, either cash or investments, but it has to be verified liquid assets. Okay, and so when we talk about verified liquid assets, we're talking about cash, money market accounts, CDs, anything that is liquid. You have a 20-year draw period with balance due at maturity. You have interest-only monthly payments, and APR that goes from 5.5% to 7%. This is really good. Okay, you have a $65 annual fee with the first year. This is really good, and you can access funds at closing via online transfer, checks, phone, or in a branch. Okay, so this is the unsecured flex line. That's how they call it. They call the unsecured line of credit at Fifth Third Bank. They call it unsecured flex line. But they also have a secure line of credit if you are interested in that. And here, the amounts go even higher. The loan amount, the line amount that you can borrow, actually go higher. Okay, so but you have to secure your secure line of credit in your Fifth Third savings, CD, or investment account. So if you do that, you will have ongoing access to this line of credit while your assets continue to grow, and available exclusively for Fifth Third customers with an eligible checking or savings account. So you want to double check with them. You want to call them up, or you want to go to a branch to have a conversation with the branch manager to make sure that you qualify for this secure line of credit. Okay, so you have line amounts from $5,000 to $500,000. You need to have between 50% to 100% of collateral, 20-year draw period with balance due at maturity, interest only monthly payments, APRs go from 3.25% to 6%. So those are really, really low and very interesting APRs. We love them. And this line of credit has no annual fee. This is really good. And you have access to funds at closing via online transfers, checks, phone, or in a branch. So this is what it is. So when you think about Fifth Third Bank, and if you have an account with them and you want to consider them for your line of credit, even if you have fair credit, they will consider you. So there are two options: the unsecured flex line or the secured line of credit. Number 3, folks, we have Truist. Our score, 9.5 over 10. So when you think about Truist, I also want you to think about flexibility. I want you to think about generosity in terms of the line amount. And basically, their line starts at $5,000. That's the minimum. And the maximum can go all the way to $100,000 depending on the strength of the multi-product relationship that you have with Truist. By the way, Truist was actually came after the merger of BB&T and SunTrust Bank. Okay, so if you are thinking about, who is Truist? Truist is just the merger of those two players. And one thing I want to say here is, if you need to have a Truist account. If you have a Truist account, you can call 1-844-487-8478 and have a conversation with the rep about what you want to have. That you want to have a Truist personal line of credit. And obviously, their rates are low. It starts from 8.69%, but you need excellent credit if you are looking for the lowest rates. But they do actually accept fair credit, not a problem, okay? And so you can expect fast decisions and same-day funding if you already have an account with them, and you have access to cash with Truist online banking and mobile app, okay? And you get revolving access to cash. This adds extra purchasing power to you, and you are ready to take care of unplanned expenses. Again, the number you can apply by phone if you have a Truist account, and that's the number that I just gave you, 844-487-8478, okay? Or you can apply at a branch, or you can also apply online. One thing I want to say here is that what I just told you about, this is the unsecured line of credit, but there are other options. So for example, you have the secure line of credit. Here you have lines starting at $25,000. Okay, so if you want to secure it, not a problem. You just need to have a Truist, I would say a Truist checking account or savings account. Okay, and you get personal support from a premier banker. You also have the Truist Ready Now credit line. So here, this is overdraft or unforeseen expenses. So this is kind of cool because the lines are smaller, but they're easier to get. So $300 to $7,500. Okay, so you avoid fees when you overdraft, and this is available to clients with a Truist checking account. So this is really good. So at the end of the day, it's really good because with Truist, you have decisions in minutes. You can tailor your borrowing to fit your budget, and whatever your borrowing needs, you are covered. So this is really good. Number 2, folks, we have here U.S. Bank. Our score, 9.5 over 10. When I think about U.S. Bank, I just think about stellar customer service and flexibility in terms of loan options, okay? And the cool thing here is that you need to have a FICO score of at least 680 to qualify. But sometimes they will go as low as 600 if you have a strong multi-product relationship with U.S. Bank. Okay, so if you just want to get a personal line of credit, you can get up to $25,000 with a U.S. Bank. What we love with U.S. Bank is that their customer service is great. The APR is as low as 10.25%, okay? And what we want to say here is that basically you have easy access to funds. You have ongoing credit for all your needs, okay? You can use a personal line of credit from U.S. Bank to help cover the cost of home improvements, pay off debts, or simply take care of unexpected expenses. So they're not really strict with the loan proceed, like how you use the money, okay? And you have a quick application process. So you can apply for a personal line of credit within minutes. You can do it online. They have an easy and secure online application process. And if you are already a U.S. Bank checking customer, you basically can start your application in the mobile app or through online banking. So you really have a variety of options here, okay? So bottom line is this is an unsecured line of credit, no collateral needed. And so you don't have to put up any collateral like your car or whatever, okay? And so the steps are very easy for you. There are 3 steps to apply. First, if you are already a U.S. Bank checking account customer, you can start the application in the mobile app through online banking by visiting a branch or by calling, okay? You will need your social security number or individual tax identification number, your ITIN, your home address, and employment information. That's the first step. Second step, so once you submit your application, the U.S. Bank will they will gather your credit information. This is a hard pull though, no soft pull possible. This is a hard pull. So how long does it take for a loan to process? Typically, they will notify you let's say within 5 minutes. Within 5 to 10 minutes, they will notify you if your loan is approved or not. And step number 3, so if your line of credit is approved, funds are available within 1 business day of closing. So you may close your line of credit online, though some customers may need to visit a U.S. Bank branch. So it really depends on the loan amount, and it depends on the particulars, if you will, of your application. So they will let you know anyway if they want to see you or if they're comfortable doing everything online. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, let's talk about the number one. When it comes to the best bank personal line of credit for fair credit, number 1, PNC. Our score 10 over 10. So when you think about PNC, I want you to think about also great customer service. They have an unsecured and customizable personal line of credit. Okay, they will work with you to get you access to the money you need without the collateral requirements of other financing options. And what we love with PNC Bank is that they do have a constellation of educational resources that will help you actually move from fair credit to good credit and even better credit, excellent credit. So the line of credit, the range is $1,000 to $25,000. The California maximum line amount is $5,000. So if you live in California, your maximum line amount is $5,000. Overall is $25,000. And the minimum draw amount, $50. There is no collateral needed. The rate will depend upon your credit history, okay? No prepayment penalty, and the draw period is continuous. So you can apply by phone by calling 1-877-CALL-PNC, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, Saturday through Sunday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern. So you can also apply in person at a branch, okay? That's why we really love that. And the cool thing about the PNC is they actually have they comply with the SCRA, the Service Members Civil Relief Act. So if you have been in the service or are still in the service, this is really great, because the SCRA provide financial relief and protections to eligible service members and their dependents. So PNC is grateful for your service, and they would like to help you understand your benefits and protections under SCRA, as well as other similar benefits that PNC may be able to provide to you, okay? So to find out, if you want to find out more about the SCRA facilities, their benefits rather, you want to contact them at 844 PNC SCRA. So 844-762-7272, okay? Or you can fax 855-568-4532, or you can email servicemembers at pnc.com. So this is really good. We love the fact that PNC is one of the few banks that is doing this, and they will take care of you. They really focus on that, on this particular target audience. So this is really good. But overall, whether you are a service member or not, you will find great service. You will find excellent lines of credit from a big bank such as PNC Bank. Remember, the range here is $1,000 to $25,000. Before closing, let me give you a quick overview here, folks. I just want to talk about, so when we talk about an easy line of credit for fair credit from a bank, you need to understand that you want to start with a bank where you currently have a savings or checking accounts. That's just what it is. All right. And because it helps the process, it helps the underlying process. You're able to get your money faster. And the banker also is they love that because they can see your cash inflows and cash outflows. Remember, it's all about cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay, you can demonstrate employment, and so if even better, you can actually have a direct deposit linked to the direct deposit set up for the checking accounts you want your bank to consider when giving you a personal line of credit. This is really good. So one thing you need to understand is that when we talk about a personal line of credit from a bank, this is nothing different from a credit card. It's kind of similar. There's a specific amount you can borrow against much of the limits. Okay, you may use it for any purpose. You may pull the trigger as needed, and in most cases, as you pay off the balance, you free up the loan amount to borrow against. Again, this is what it is. So this is the classic definition of revolving credit. Okay, and you have to think about there are several line of credit types. You have the unsecured and the secured. So you have a personal line of credit, for example. Okay, you can use it for emergency expenses, long-term projects, cash flow management, debt consolidation, real life experiences. I'm just trying to explain to you what you use a line of credit for, okay? Because if not, it's just a lot better to get a loan, okay? And the thing here is that there are several uses for lines of credit. You can actually, let's say you have your income is not regular. A line of credit is kind of cool. You can use it for emergency situation, overdraft protection, or a business opportunity. Yeah. Sometimes things happen and you're like, oh, okay, I think I qualify for this. And to get a line of credit, you can apply online if your bank offers that sort of advantage, or you can go to a branch. Okay. And the amount that you request will depend on your budget, will depend on your income. This is important because you're going to have to repay the loan amount anyway. Okay. And if you have fair credit, you want to start with your bank. This is very important. And whether you go for secured or unsecured, it really depends on you. Okay. It also depends on you what kind of line you get up in the end anyway. Before I close today's conversation, please check out this loan evaluation approach video. We have a strict method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing lines of credit and loans on this show. Check this out. All right, folks, here are the top 7 bank personal lines of credit for fair credit. Number 1, PNC, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have US Bank, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have a Choice, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have Fifth Third Bank, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have Key Bank, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have BMO Harris, 8.5 over 10. Number 7, we have Regions Bank, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.